In this video, we're quickly going to have a look at the few steps that you need to take to start filming your video. So if you're using a teleprompter, the first thing you need to do is to fix the teleprompter in front of the camera. So you can use these brackets, which are fixed using thumb screws. Make sure that the tablet or whatever device you are using is centered in front of the teleprompter. So it can take anything up to the size of about 10 inches, and then you can have a test and switch on your device and have a look at what it looks like in the teleprompter from where you are standing. Now, once you have the right recording lights on, you won't have that reflection. So the next step is to turn off all the blue LED lights and turn on the recording lights. These might take a couple of minutes to get to their full brightness, so make sure that you do that kind of at the start. So here we have the two key lights, and at the back we have one backlight for the talent, and we have 3 lights that light up the background. So obviously make sure that you are using the right background. Once this is set up, you can start setting up the camera. So switch on the camera. It will take a couple of seconds to display on the screen. This next part is easier to do if there's 2 of you to set up the talent and the tilt of a camera, but I'm quickly going to show you how you can do it on your own. So you want to start doing a quick sample recording so that you can review and tell whether you are in focus or if the frame is correct. So the only thing you have to do is to start a recording, and there's 3 different buttons that you can use. So these red buttons start and stop the recording, and there's 3 of them around the camera. There's one at the top. There is one on the handle, and there is one under the lens of the camera. And these 3 buttons do exactly the same thing. Because of the position of the camera right against the back wall, it's a little bit hard to access them, but they're painted red, so it shouldn't be too hard to see them. So the way that this process works, if you are on your own, you simply have to record a couple of seconds of footage, and you might say a few words if you want to check the audio as well, and then you can review that footage. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm just starting to record the video by pressing the button, and you can see that there's a record sign on the screen. Step in front of the camera, as indicated by the markers on the floor. Say a few words so that your voice is being recorded. And when you're standing in that square, make sure that you're standing within the boundaries. If there's 2 of you recording, 2 people can actually step in on the left and the right, but make sure that you're pointing slightly inwards so that you can still speak towards the microphone. After a few seconds, go back to the camera and stop the recording by pressing one of these buttons again. And now we want to go into the media mode. So you just flick that button to the media mode. The different videos that have been recorded on the SD card will display on the screen. Use that joystick to navigate to the last one. And in order to play it, it's a little bit tricky. You have to press on the play button, which is at the back of the camera. So this is the play button. Press on that, and it will start playing your footage. So it doesn't need to be very long. This is merely to check whether you have been framed properly and whether you are in focus. If you want to check the audio, you can also use a pair of speakers, a pair of headphones connected to the camera if you want to check the audio. And if you are happy with that, you can start recording the actual footage. Or if not, if the main problem is going to be the tilt, the focus should be set already. And if you need to change the tilt, you can refer to the previous video where I show how you can adjust the tilt. So once you're happy with that, you can just go back to the camera and start recording the actual footage. After the footage has been recorded, you need to take the SD card. So you open that door, you push to take the SD card out, and then you go to a computer with an SD card reader and extract your footage. And after you're done, make sure that you replace the SD card in the slot A.